For years I've been using the MH-C980D charger for all my nickel metal hydride batteries for all the electronics I run. This thing's pretty nice. It has a big power brick, but there is a new kid in town, and that is the MH-C980 charger, and that's what I'm going to review for you today. MH-C980 charger is the newest kid on the block. This thing is pretty slick. It comes with a very small power pack compared to the 801. I mean, this is huge compared to this. So for portability and getting around, it's pretty sweet. This charger features the same style where you can charge individual batteries in each slot, whether you use AA or AAA batteries. You can even mix and match. Put both the AA and the AAA batteries in here immediately and get it going. It's pretty darn slick, so that's a nice feature. So what are the different things about this charger that I've switched to that make it so nice? Well, the default power mode in this unit takes about 2 hours to charge up your AA or AAA batteries. If you hit the turbo mode, where there's a turbo mode here, it takes about only an hour to charge up the batteries. Now that does heat the batteries up quite a bit more. In turbo mode, the batteries run at about 90 degrees to 95 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 32 degrees Celsius. When the batteries peak out, they goose up to about 115 degrees Fahrenheit or about 46 degrees C. So it does get toasty, but that is really no different than my experience with this 801C charger. So really, there's no difference there, but the huge difference with this particular charger is the ability to see exactly how much power capacity is remaining in each of your batteries. So you can actually condition the batteries to make them work as well as you can. Now, one of the things about Powerex batteries, when you first buy them, you actually need to condition them to get them up to full potential, and that's what this charger does. When you put in your batteries into the charger, Powerex always recommends going from left to right because there's more heat on this side. And also, when you plug your batteries in, always start with a blank slate, and then when you plug your first battery in, you have 5 seconds to choose your mode, whether you go with the recycle or the turbo, or the conditioner or the turbo. And then once you press that button, the mode switches over, and then you can load up the rest of your batteries. Once you begin conditioning or turbocharging your batteries, all of the bays do the same mode. There's no way to do an individual mode for each battery, and really that's not that big a deal. I've never had a problem with that. When I start charging, it's like, all right, I'm going to do all these different things. The nice thing too is that as each one of these batteries charges up and it's fully loaded, you can actually swap out and mix and match as you go along. That way you don't have to wait the entire time for the whole set of batteries to charge up. That has been a huge time saver for me. Also, this charger supports batteries from different manufacturers, whether you use Powerex or Inaloop or Energizer or Everready or whatever it might be. You can load this up with all sorts of different batteries. This is only a nickel metal hydride charger. It also charges NiCads, or nickel cadmium, but nobody really uses those anymore. So that is a big consideration there. This charger isn't that heavy. One of the nice things is the power brick on this unit is so much lighter that it's much easier to pack around. So that's pretty good. One of the things about this charger is the fan noise. Now that's a consideration. Now this unit does have a fan in it in order to cool the electronics and the batteries down a bit, which I actually find pretty nice. And you can hear the fan when it's above the surface, and when you put it closer, the fan powers up a bit more. So if you need an absolutely silent environment, this will be an issue for you. However, I don't find it's a big deal. If I need to put them out of the room, I have no problem with that. So that's pretty good. The backlight is really nice compared to the 801. It's very easy to see and read the indicator on this display. In order to change battery views, all you have to do is click one of the buttons to march back and forth between the different battery positions, so you can see what the individual charges are on here. The indicator flashes for each battery position when it's charging, and when they're done, the done indicator activates and the battery position stops blinking. One thing I miss about this charger is the ability to do a soft charging mode where the batteries charge even slower, let's say 4 hours. However, based on my experience of using this charger for quite a bit, charging up, I don't know, maybe 60 different batteries from different manufacturers, from Powerex and everybody else, I didn't find the need for the soft charge mode. I didn't find any degradation in the batteries at all. Also, there is no battery level indicator, which is kind of a bummer. I always like to see that it's topped off. But really, whether there's an indicator or a numeric display of how many milliampere hours have been pumped into the battery, in the end, I actually realize that it's no big deal. When the charger is done, the charger is done. It doesn't matter whether we have a little graphic or anything else. So that's pretty nice. One of the huge advantages to the MH-C980 charger is that it gives you an exact measurement of the battery life of each of your batteries. So when you plug it in and use the conditioning mode, click it over, and the unit takes about 20 hours to do the conditioning cycle. But at the end of the conditioning cycle, I get an exact numerical measurement of the battery life. So if one of my batteries starts dying or things aren't working right, I can put those batteries in, run them through a conditioning cycle, and then, oh, hey, I've got a dead battery. Now, no, I've never had that happen with my Powerex batteries or my Inaloops, but some other manufacturer batteries I have had have died, and this unit gives me an exact measurement of the life cycle. So that conditioning mode is actually really valuable to me because I don't get caught out running around and have a battery die prematurely, and it's because the chemistry is starting to die on it. So that ability in the MH-C980 charger is definitely well worth the purchase price alone. Powerex does offer a carrying pouch for your charger and your batteries. You can load them up with all of your batteries and your charging unit, as well as your charging brick. This all fits in here. I can fit about six kits of batteries in here if I really jam it in. It also has a little zip up area so you can carry around your material. And that is nice to contain everything so you're not using Ziplocs. It does protect the charger a lot better. One thing about these chargers too to note is that make sure that when you're charging, put the charger on a solid surface, whether it's a plastic table or wooden table or something. Do not put this on a cloth or a foam mat or anything else, because the fan won't be able to blow and you could actually melt down the charging unit. I've never tested it, but that's been my experience. Or the charging brick gets up to about 95 degrees Fahrenheit or 33, 34 degrees Celsius. Again, it's not incredibly hot. It won't burn your hands or injure anybody, but definitely note that it does get warm, so don't leave this in the sun or anywhere else when you're charging your batteries. I definitely love the new MH-C980 charger. This thing will go with me wherever I'm going. In fact, I bought 2 of these because I have a lot of batteries to charge for my video, for my wireless mics, for my flashes, just about everything. I'll put links below for you to check this out. I can't recommend this unit enough. If you need a bulk battery charger, this is definitely the way to go. My name is Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and professional filmmaker. Please like and comment on the video and subscribe to my channel to support it. Thank you very much for watching.